It is now my pleasure to introduce you to a Missouri State University alum who, not too long ago, was going through the same experience that you all are. Kyle Dean Massey is an actor, best known for his starring roles on Broadway in Next to Normal, Wicked, Xanadu, and for his current role as Kevin Bicks in ABC's Nashville. Yeah, we can clap to that. All right. Raised in Jonesboro, Arkansas, Kyle Dean started taking dance classes at age 6 and spent his adolescence singing in school choirs and studying the piano. After discovering musical theater in high school, he went on to receive a Bachelor's of Fine Arts in Musical Theater from Missouri State University in 2004. Kyle Dean has also appeared on television and film in such shows as The Good Wife, Inside Amy Schumer, High Maintenance, Up All Night, Heart of Dixie, Cupid, Sex and the City 2, and Contest. He has also performed on Good Morning America, the CBS Early Show, Regis and Kelly, and the 62nd Annual Tony Awards. Kyle Dean has served as a master class instructor and panel contributor for several different teaching organizations, and also serves as a private acting and voice coach for students all over the country. Embodying our public affairs mission, Kyle Dean is a passionate supporter of Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS, the Trevor Project, and several human rights groups. He frequently performs concerts at various venues across New York City. Please help me to welcome to the podium our ceremony's featured speaker, Kyle Dean Massey.
Thank you. So in 1972, a new musical premiered on Broadway called Pippin. This is one of the first Broadway shows to have a pop music score. In 1973, it won 5 Tony Awards, and it went on to run on Broadway for almost 5 years. Now, in 1972, I was not born yet, and so it wasn't until I was in high school that I discovered Pippin. I came across it at the Jonesboro Public Library. It was on audio cassette tape, and so I checked it out, and I popped it into my 1986 Ford Bronco 2, and I played it on a loop as I drove around my hometown of Jonesboro, Arkansas. I was not listening to Hootie and the Blowfish like everybody else. I was definitely listening to the original Broadway cast of Pippin. I was different, I'll admit it. I loved musicals. So, I decided at the end of my junior year that when I went to college, I was going to major in musical theater. I wanted to get a Bachelor of Fine Arts in musical theater. Yes, that's something you can actually do. And I quickly realized that in order to do that, I was going to have to audition for the very few schools that offered this very, very specific degree. And I would need the perfect audition song, this being the most important audition of my life. So I turned to that show, Pippin. And there's a song from that show, sung by the title character, who has just graduated from school, and he's going out into the world, and he sings a song about finding his place in the world, and that song is called Corner of the Sky. And I thought, what a perfect song to sing for your college audition. So I practiced this song, Corner of the Sky. I drilled this song, Corner of the Sky. And finally, my college audition day was upon me. My parents drove me from Jonesboro, Arkansas, all the way up to Chicago, where most of the schools who offered this degree all came together for a unified audition. So in other words, I was going to be able to audition for all of these schools in one day. So all day I went around to these schools and I sang the song, Corner of the Sky. And then I returned home and I waited for the letters to come in, and they came in, and guess what? I didn't get accepted to any of them. And yeah, I was pretty upset by that. But luckily, my dad's company has a branch here in Springfield, and one of his colleagues that works at the office here is a huge supporter of the arts. And he said, you know what? Missouri State has a really terrific theater program, and in fact, I think they offer a musical theater degree. So I looked into it, and sure enough, they did. It was a really new program. It was so new, in fact, that there had only been one person to graduate with that degree. But I was so excited. I came here, I toured the campus, I sat in on a day of classes, and I knew immediately that this was the place I was supposed to be. And luckily for me, I was going to be able to take an entire year of classes before I had to audition for the BFA musical program. However, in the meantime, I could audition for a performance-based scholarship. So I got my song, Corner of the Sky, and right over here at Juanita K. Hammons Hall for the Performing Arts, I sang that song for the faculty, and guess what? I didn't get any scholarships. $0. But that was okay. It was okay. I knew that I needed work. And I was finally in a place where I was going to get the help that I needed. I knew that in order to succeed, I was going to have to change. But guess what? That is the thing about college. It is a place that promises change. It is a place that allows you to change. Earlier this week, I was talking to a friend. Her daughter is going off to college, just like all of y'all. And she told me that the week before, her daughter had legally changed her name. She had a kind of a tough experience in high school. And so before she got to college, she just wanted a fresh start. So she legally changed her name. Well, my friend was kind of freaked out. You know, she thought, oh, the transcripts, the financial aid, all that kind of stuff would get messed up. So she calls the school, semi-panicked, and explains the situation. And the people at the school said, oh, it's fine. Believe it or not, this actually happens all the time. Now, you may be thinking it's kind of drastic to legally change your name before coming to college. But let me tell you, one of my best friends, she went by Katie her whole life. And then she got to college, and suddenly she was Kate. I had other friends who changed their hair. They dyed it a different color before they came to school. They chopped it all off. They changed their entire wardrobe. Or maybe you were just like me, and you changed your geographical location. You went from Jonesboro, Arkansas to Springfield, Missouri. Yeah, you can change your hair. You can change your clothes. You can change where you live. But nothing will change you more than the education that you'll get here. Nothing. You can legally change your name, and yeah, it might give you a new start, but that is not going to change your life. But a college degree will change your life. It will totally change your life. With the education and the knowledge and the experience that you'll gain here, it will open up a world of possibilities for you. It opened up a world of possibilities for me, things that I could never have even imagined. So here I was, my freshman year at Missouri State University, and I went to the practice rooms a lot. And after a year, I auditioned for the BFA musical theater program, and guess what? I got in. And 3 years later, I graduated with a degree in musical theater. And immediately, I started working. I started making a living doing musicals. I made a living doing musical theater. Yes, that's something you can actually do. So then flash forward 15 years. 15 years after my failed college audition, my agents called me with another audition. This time it was in New York City. And it was for the first Broadway revival of Pippin the musical. And I was going to be auditioning for Pippin himself, and they'd asked me to sing Corner of the Sky. So I dusted off my old college audition song, and I went in and I sang this song, auditioning for this starring role on Broadway. And guess what? I got that job. I got that job singing the exact same song that got me rejected across America, that I would now be singing for thousands of people every week, every night on Broadway. That's the kind of change I'm talking about. That is change that I could not have possibly imagine. And that change did not happen by itself. That happened with good training and a great education, training and education that started here, that started right here. So whatever your previous experiences have been before coming here, if you're coming from high school, whether it was good or bad, whatever, this is a clean slate. This is a chance to redefine yourself. It's a chance to change. So go to school, go to class, study, and work hard. And with the education that you'll get here, whatever it is that you want to do, whoever it is that you want to become, believe me when I say that yes, that is something you can actually do. Thank you all so very much. Enjoy your first week of classes, and welcome to Missouri State.